Hello, and welcome back to another car conversation. I was thinking about this last night. We literally have in this country right now in red states, in certain areas where they're rolling back education, basically rolling back the teaching of actual true American history, which involves a lot of things, the good, the bad, and the ugly of America's history. Black history is American history. So that whole part of, slavery and Reconstruction era, like all of that, you can't put, whipped cream and a cherry on that. It was an ugly time. So we have states that are trying to whitewash that or totally, completely erase and not teach young people actual history. But at the same time, simultaneously, arming these same young people. And then you have white supremacy group, white nationalist groups, whatever, Nazi groups, etc., homeschooling their kids and teaching their kids from a literal Nazi curriculum. Look it up, Google it. Teaching their children, part of the curriculum is to listen to Steve Bannon's podcast. Yes, that's happening. Steve Bannon has admitted it, said it himself on air. You can Google that too. So we literally have in this country two things happening at the same time. We are arming hate because you have a group of young people that are being taught an ideology of hate and othering and this white supremacy notion of white supremacy, while the rest of the children in public schooling, public education, is receiving less and less of actual history. So they won't even see the enemy coming because history is being whitewashed and watered down for them so much that they won't even see the hate coming. And the hate is coming armed. And there's more and more that these groups are pushing. So I literally I just want everyone to really pay attention to what is happening in this country. You have so much hatred being perpetuated and taught through curriculums. And then you have other groups that aren't receiving, and that group's not receiving the truth as well. But you have other groups that are not being taught the hate, but they're also not being taught the horrible, horrific actions of certain people and certain groups that happened during slavery, that happened during the Reconstruction era, that happened, when people were fighting for civil rights, things that happened to the LGBTQI community. They are not being taught actual history. And if you don't know that these things have happened before, you won't anticipate them possibly or potentially happening again. So we are literally arming hate and disarming the people that are going to be the most vulnerable. And that, my friends, is why we continuously say, stay woke.